all right, pledge to the flag.
Things that we haven't done.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I ask that we all stand for a moment of silence. We endured some political violence over the last couple of weeks, and let's just pray for our country and pray for those who protect our country.
Notice requirements of the Open Public Meeting Law have been satisfied concerning this meeting. Owners Tribune and the Star Ledger posted the annual notice on October 6, 2023. It was posted on the municipal bulletin board and should be so noted in the minutes of this meeting. Councilman Bauer. Councilwoman De Jesus.
Here.
Councilman Ficarra. Here. Councilwoman McCullough.
Here.
Councilwoman Meehan.
Here.
Councilman Patel.
Here.
Councilman Small.
Here.
Vice President Spiller.
Here.
And President Anderson.
Here.
Can I get a motion to approve the minutes from July 9th, 2024?
Motion.
Second.
Questions or comments? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Beginning with second reading ordinances this evening, we have one up, which is letter A on your list. This is with regards to the lease of certain property known as 267 East Smith Street in Woodbridge proper. Can I get a motion that this ordinance be taken up on second and third reading and the public hearing be open?
Motion.
Second.
Any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Public hearing is now open on letter A only.
Good evening, everybody. Jawad Woodbridge. That property, number A, letter A, East Smith Street, is that part of Casby area, or is that one over here in Woodbridge?
No, this is East Smith Street in Woodbridge, just a Mount Carmel property.
Okay, and may I ask what's going to be used for?
It's going to be used for another Our House, which is a place where special needs adults 21 and over can continue their educational experience after they no longer can attend township schools. And they get job training, entertainment, meals, all kinds of things. It's a great facility. There's one in Cyprus now, and it was so good we wanted to do another one.
Beautiful. Good, thank you.
Any other comments on letter A? Hearing no other comments on letter A, can I get a motion that the public hearing be closed, the ordinance be adopted and submitted to the mayor for approval as required by law?
Motion.
Second.
Any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Mr. President, you have 45 resolutions before, I'm sorry, ordinances on first reading. You have 9 ordinances before you for first reading. Can I get a motion that these 9 ordinances be passed on first reading, published in the Home News Tribune on July 26, 2024, with notice of public hearing to be held on August 6, 2024 at 6 p.m.
Motion.
Second.
Any questions or comments from council?
Yes, Mr. Mitch, I'd like to abstain from letter I.
So noted. Any other comments? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. And then, Mr. President, resolutions, you have numbers 1 through 45. Can I get a motion that to be approved by consent?
Motion.
Second.
Any questions or comments? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you.
Okay, we will now go into our public portion of the meeting. We just ask that when you approach the microphone in the marked off area, please state your name, what section of this township or state that you live in. You'll have a one-time opportunity to speak up to 5 minutes. I will give you a reminder when you have 1 minute remaining. If you are planning to videotape, you must also do it behind the marked off area. We just ask that you be respectful of one another, and please be sure that there are no signs or posters in the aisles for safety purposes. And that's about it. Does anybody would like to speak tonight?
Are there any comments from the public?
Again, John Tariq, talk about Hungarian property, this Hungarian church by Carmel. I think it's a great idea. But people, especially lately, they're asking their kind of concern in case of really emergency. What do they have to do besides calling the town hall or behind? Is there any place that could be automatically know to go for some kind of safety without calling police or calling something like in Europe we do have if it's a bomb shelters or if it's a whatever call it. Do we have such a thing in Woodbridge or any place that people automatically could know where to go? Not to wait for answer, not to be, misguided. That's the thing, because any kind of, especially lately all over the world, there's a kind of hotspots that we don't know. I think it would be really good that people will be able to know what certain emergency where they go automatically can go to. I think that's very important. Another thing, yesterday I had to go someplace and I got behind a train in Woodbridge over here, coming from I guess from ethanol. How many, I know the speed limit, they have to go, but how many cars, are they allowed to actually pull behind the train? That's my question. I know people are complaining, C1, my curiosity is because I got in 94 and I was already late. 94 ethanol, I guess there were empty cars going to 35 over here. And I believe that's probably we roll out and always up to 35 over here. And my question would be, is there any, I know the speed limit is one thing, but is any number they're only allowed to pull behind the train? That would be my question.
Train parking, that is?
Pardon me?
Train parking? How many cars?
I got the 94.
I believe it's the train that goes, it's the train.
Yeah.
He wants to know how many cars.
They can pull.
Oh, how many train
are they
cars?
allowed
Train
to
cars,
pull?
okay. But you meant,
Ethanol, it's chemicals.
I think that question would probably be better suited for New Jersey Transit, that we would probably have to find out how many cars they would allow, or are you talking about the tankers?
I'm sorry,
Conroe?
Councilman, President, I'm sorry. I believe Mr. Vitark is talking about the train tracks, Norfolk Southern / Conrail.
Gotcha.
The one on Blair Road, Broadway Avenue, St. George Avenue, Amboy Avenue. As Councilman Small will know this, with the trains behind, in the area of his house, they're all governed by the FRA, the Federal Railroad Act. I think we have all sat in the third floor addressing, it's just the other day, PD had to go out because the Conrail train just stopped. They blocked Broadway Avenue and they blocked Blair Road. We reach out to them, we let them know our concerns, but that's what he's talking about. But as of now, there has been no restrictions.
I apologize for not understanding your question, but as Council Vice President Spiller pointed out, that's something that would be federally regulated by Conrail.
Well, I did talk to people before. I know they are limited to go certain speed, and I know they're limited to go certain, I don't know the exact number, but they're limited how many cars they can pull, especially what kind of material they're pulling. So that's the thing.
94 was what you counted?
I got a 94. There was more before I got there, but I got 94.
Mm.
Just a question of like take it to the shell oil over here. So that's a lot of stuff.
It is.
Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other comments from the public this evening?
Paul Lund, Hope Lawn. I understand that the Casby Fire Department, which had been slotted for redevelopment for a couple of years now, that the developer pulled out of their commitment. I was hoping to find out a little bit more about why, and if is it because of the economic times we're in? Is it likely to have a replacement developer? And is the firehouse still a viable entity? Are there enough people volunteering to man it, I guess, at this point? Second question has to do with a lawsuit, I understand. I think it's from our municipality towards the water company because of the, I guess, high amount of forever chemicals. I've even heard that there's been some problem or a word that arsenic has been found at some level. Is the water safe for Woodbridge Township residents and, of course, for the pets of Woodbridge Township residents? And what is the status of the lawsuit? And the last question I have for tonight is that I've noticed some people who appear to be homeless, both sleeping on benches on Main Street, sleeping in the entranceway to the post office. Is there a hotline that we have for people that need help, shelter, counseling, psychological evaluation? And that's all the questions I have for you this evening.
Well, thank you for your questions. Regarding Casby Fire Department, I'm going to defer to the mayor on that one.
Right now, Council President, the project is on hold. They're having some issues that really can't be discussed, but the fire company maintains its viability. They're still going strong, and they're still doing what they have to do, and there's been no changes to their operation at all.
Okay.
As for the water company, I've never heard the word arsenic in a sentence with Woodbridge Water. I don't know where that came from.
Middlesex Water or?
Middlesex Water. Yeah, I've never heard that. As far as everybody here knows, everything is safe. They had the issue a while ago with the forever chemicals many years ago. That's been fixed. They made improvements to their plan, and I know of no reason why anybody should be concerned about the water. There was a lawsuit started, but when they made the changes that they were required to make, I wouldn't say it rendered the lawsuit moot, but it made it less impactful. So although it may still be out there, it's not something we deal with day to day.
And regarding the homeless hotline,
Is there such a hotline? Who would I call if I see folks that look obviously in need?
okay, and if it's someone that you feel wants help, or that you're just going to call because someone looks homeless to you?
Well, yeah, and not just, I mean, laying with a blanket and having looked up, not having had a decent bath in a long time, in the entranceway to the post office.
Okay.
If I even suspect it, I think reaching out, saying something would be better than trying to ignore it.
Absolutely.
So, Council President, if you don't mind, so yes, to your answer, Mr. Lund, we do have response facilities available through Michelle Morgan and Allison Wisniewski. They do come out. And the Woodbridge Police Department, they work in conjunction with each other. They do come out, they visit with any of the homeless that they identify. They register them for an opportunity to find a bed for the evening. And we have agreements with local communities to house those folks overnight. So as well as the community, a group called Coming Home.
And there's a number associated with coming home.
There is.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Are there
Thank
any other comments this evening?
Good evening. This is my first time coming to a board meeting, and it's quite interesting. But I am here because I want to just thank
Oh, ma'am,
Sharon.
could you state your name and where you're from?
My name is Gail Jimenez. I live in the Seabourn district of Woodbridge. I live on 11 Woodbridge Avenue. And I came to Sharon with some concerns about the Seabourn waterfront. After July 4th, there seemed to be a lot of rubbish that came up on the beach. And ever since a lot of the new apartment buildings have been built in Woodbridge, there's a lot of new people down on the beach. And they were building with the wood. They were building like little teepees and forts, and a lot more had brushed up onto the water. I showed her pictures, and she did a great job by going down and having the township clean it all up. And I was there last Sunday, and all of the regular Seabourn people were very happy. They were very excited. They were able to get on the beach. They were able to walk their dogs on the beach, and there wasn't a bunch of wood and rubbish all over the beach. So if it could be kept up, that would be lovely. And we just want to say thank you. And just let you know that everybody was very, very happy that she did it, and it went through.
Thank you very much for your comments.
Yes, and my daughter wrote her a letter. My daughter, Corinne and Lily, they wrote her a letter as well when they saw it through the winter to ask her to clean it up, and she was able to get it done. So,
Appreciate you coming in.
yes, very happy. But on a second note, I do have a...
Uh-oh.
Yes. So now that we have the beautiful brand-new tiki bar on the end, is there any way in the future that you'll put up like a speed trap on Woodbridge Avenue to see how fast the cars come up and down that road? Because
Well, we don't like to call it a speed trap, but we,
radar.
yeah,
It would be nice.
we will monitor.
If you could monitor it from now maybe until September, you can kind of gauge all the new people coming in and out of Seabourn, especially on the boat slip.
Yes.
There's a lot of people that go down there, and there's a lot of people that fly down that road. And we're just hoping no one buys hoverboard into the boat. slip, but that is my second.
Anytime we do have a new business, our police department is very mindful of that, and being that that is not a high-traffic area, if that becomes a problem or something that needs to be monitored, our police department will come out. They usually set up the reminder or like the digital to show your speed that you're going.
Well, it has nothing to do with the tiki bar, that road.
Okay.
It has everybody going down on Woodbridge Avenue to go to the boat slip,
Ah.
to get their boats out,
Okay.
and to visit the waterfront and the pier. So there's much more traffic.
We'll keep an eye on that area, though.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank
Thank you.
Council President, thank you for giving me that credit, but really all the credit goes to DPW. Thank you, George Brewer and your crew. They're the ones who go out there, clean it up. They're the workers who do it, and they do an excellent job. And I appreciate everything that they're doing to keep the Seawarren waterfront clean. And thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Yeah, the parking lot, the things like that, they're out there. Everybody's in the house, very happy.
Are there any other comments from the public this evening? Here are no other comments. Can I get a motion that the public comment portion be closed?
Motion.
Second?
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. We'll go into the agenda.
Okay, I will begin with mine, and I first would like to let everyone know that the fall sport registration, I mean, sad to say that summer is halfway over, but let's still enjoy it. But fall sports registration, football and cheer, Woodbridge Saints and the Woodbridge Broncos, their practices begin on August 1st. Also, regarding our job bank, I want you to know that there are other resources on our website. If you type in jobs in the search bar, we'll take you to a Woodbridge Public Library resource or link where you can get what is known as reference solutions, which has over 20 million businesses that are searchable by name, industry, and geography and size. You also can go into the Ferguson Career Guidance Center, and there's also the Peterson's Career and Test Prep. And then lastly, it'll also take you into LinkedIn Learning, which has over 4,000 career courses, video courses that help you become an expert in any of the hundreds of topics of popular software tools that you can use when it comes to searching for your career. I'm going to hold all the way down to item number 7, NAACP. I do want to acknowledge City of Perth Amboy and Middlesex County Arts Institute for their recent mural that they did in Washington Park of the great Brian Taylor, who was a product of Perth Amboy 1969 class, went on to Princeton University, and then went on to the NBA and had an illustrious career. Brian lives in Los Angeles but gives back to his community a lot. He is presently working on a Summer of a Lifetime, where he sends 50 kids to Princeton University for 2 weeks at very low cost. But they did a mural. The Arts Institute did a mural on the 2 basketball courts that were named after Mr. Taylor. And last Friday they had an unveiling of it, and it was phenomenal. It's great. You know, I try to tell my kids all the time who he was. They know names like Magic Johnson and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and I was able to show them an article where Brian outscored both Kareem and Magic Johnson in a game when the San Diego Kings played the Los Angeles Lakers. So kudos to Middlesex County and the Arts Institute, and also City of Perth Amboy for that. I want to go into Middlesex College. If you go on to Middlesex College, middlesexcc.edu, you can talk about your Middlesex College future. You can find, there are links where you can find the program that is right for you, how you apply to the college, and how can I afford and pay for the college, and what can I study. I happen to be a board member for Middlesex College, and I also attended there. It's a phenomenal jewel. We just had our Councilwoman's son graduate from Middlesex College this past year, and he's now headed on scholarship to Columbia University. And this is not the first time. In the last 3 years, we've had several students leave Middlesex College, graduate, and go on to the Ivy League. So just want to congratulate all of those students, but I also want to encourage you, if you're looking for education, that's a great place to start. Going into our local opportunities, I wanted to make sure that you knew that the WIC Companies has job postings. Woodbridge Township School District is definitely looking for substitute teachers going into the next year. You can have 60 college credits, or if you are enrolled in a class, you can have 30 college credits and you can become a substitute teacher. So all you have to do is be enrolled in one class and have 30 college credits, and you can be certified as a substitute teacher. So, and they pay very well. Some of these schools are paying about anywhere between $125 and $170 a day to be a substitute teacher. New Jersey Transit, Middlesex College are advertising. Middlesex College has a 911 dispatcher position available. United States Postal Service, Grapevine Pro, and you can also become a Woodbridge Township Auxiliary Police Officer. So please take a look at that website and just type in Employment Opportunity Center on the township website. There are plenty of opportunities for people that for companies that are looking for looking for Woodbridge Township residents. And as the mayor pointed out before, Our House is hiring. They're looking for an area director, a site manager, assistant site manager, and direct support professionals. So there's plenty of opportunities. If you're out of work and you're looking, please check this site out first, and also look for those resources that I mentioned if you type in the word jobs in the search bar. I'm going to move on to Council Vice President Spiller.
Thank you, Council President Anderson. Item number 13, School 4 and 5. Construction's ongoing at School 4 and 5. Phase 1, which is the addition to School 5, will take place over the next 12 months. Residents should be aware that the parking lot will be closed off. This also includes the pedestrian entrance from St. Andrews into the school parking lot. The rest of my agenda is in order, Council President. I'd just like to say one thing. I'd just like to offer my sincere condolences and ask that the residents do the same for the family of Hank Incognito, longtime owner of Avenel Pharmacy. Hank passed away suddenly last week. Hank was
more than just a business owner. He was a pillar of not only the township community, but especially Avenel. When School 23 needed backpacks, Hank gave me a check in seconds. When Avenel Middle School needed a new band instruments, Hank gave me a check in a second. When School 4 and 5 needed assistance for their field day, Hank gave me a check in a second. I'll never look at the 17-foot Christmas tree we display at the Avenel Firehouse every year without thinking of Hank. When Mr. Mitch and I approached him about the idea of supporting the tree, Hank offered to purchase the entire tree. And in typical fashion, Hank had me do all the check presentations. He never wanted accolades. Every time he said, "I just want to make sure the students and residents are happy." Hank was an honorary member of the Avenel Fire Company, and there are no words to express the level of support he continually provided to us. Hank was so much more than a business owner. He was a genuine friend to me, Mr. Mitch, and so many others, and he will truly be missed.
Thank you, Debbie. God bless America. Thank you, Council President Anderson.
Very sorry for the loss of Hank and for all of those in Avenel and his family. Move on to Councilman Vaccaro.
Thank you, Council President. Rest in peace, Hank. A couple of things on my agenda. First, at the Woodbridge Community Center, they do have a personal training program, and there's a promotion there for a special price for the rest of this month, so we have about a week to go. If you're the type of person that needs or likes a trainer to guide you through a workout, now's a good time to get in there at the ground level. We had to postpone our pizza run back a week ago because of thunder and lightning in the area. It is rescheduled for July 31st, which is a week from tomorrow. You can pick up your race packet, or you can register for the race on site starting at 5:30. The run starts at 7, and it's a 4-mile run. You can also register on runsignup.com and then just query Seawarren. Also in the world of health and wellness, all over town now, our Senior Olympics packet is out. The Olympics are on September 6th, 7th, and 8th, and you can go to njseniorsolympics.com and register online. There's a good price structure for Woodbridge residents because we have been the host for a number of years. That's all I have, Council President. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Small.
Thank you, Council President. Number 18 on my agenda, autograph signings at the Woodbridge Brewery on July 28th, New York Mets, Jose Quintana, 6 to 8. August 4th, Orlando Hernandez, El Duque. That time is 5 to 7. And on August 5th, Yankee Summer Bash, Tommy Collane, Clark Schmidt, Oswald Clark, Luke Weaver, and Jose Trevina. And that begins at 5 p.m. If you're interested, please call 732-977-9481 or 732-634-2929. That's all I have this evening. I ask, if you don't mind, I need to be excused to go sell 50/50s up at the concert tonight.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Councilwoman DeJesus.
Thank you, Council President. Item number 5, Police Community Relations. I just want to congratulate our police department on a successful junior police academies the last 2 weeks. I want to congratulate the parents and the graduates. Again, it's one of the best programs that I think we offer for youth in our township. If you don't know anything about it, reach out to us next year around this time so that you can enroll your child. Item number 9, the Barron Arts Center has 2 programs coming up. August 5th at 7:30 p.m. They have beginnings, the American Eye, Dr. Stephen Kaplan. The first lecture is an American art series begins with the early liners of American art like Robert Fake and John Simmer. Then moves on to William Dunlap from Perth Amboy, who would chronicle the early years of art and theater in America, and John Copley, the first truly American artist who illustrated the new American spirit. Again, that is presented by art historian Marianne Salota. Reservations are essential. Call 732-634-0413 for more information. On August 17th at 4 p.m., Jazz Poetry Coffee House Readings. The Coffee House Readings present a variety of music and poetry, celebrating a diverse group of local poets and musicians sharing their work in an engaging and exciting atmosphere. This is at the Barron Arts Center on August 17th at 4 p.m. The featured readers are Susanna Rich, Ross Heroux, Deborah LaBeglia, with live music by Evan LaBeglia and Jake Ortiz. It's free admission, and this will be at the Barron Arts Center on August 17th. And item number 10, the Free Public Library has a free job readiness classes for ESL students, which will begin the week of September 9th at the Woodbridge Public Library. ESL conversation groups beginning English classes are offered in all library locations, and new to this year is high school GED classes, which will be held at the main library. Call Catherine of Literacy, New Jersey at 908-486-1777, extension 403 to register for classes. And again, this is for anyone that is learning English as a second language. And become a tutor or make a difference. ESL tutors trained by Literacy NJ works with small groups of adult students once a week for 2 hours. Contact Barbara at 908-486-177, extension 400 to sign up to become a tutor. And they also have rescheduled their program, You Are Here, a New Jersey travel guide featuring Carrie Sullivan, editor of New Jersey Fan Club. Artists and writers celebrate the Garden State for Wednesday, July 31st at 7 p.m. in the main library meeting room. That is all that I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilwoman Meehan.
Thank you, Council President. I just have one announcement tonight. Just a reminder, the Colonia Family Day Barbecue and Wiffle Ball Tournament will be held on August 3rd. If you want to play, if you want to put a team in, we need to get the teams together by next week. You can reach out to 732-382-0273. It is $20 a person. And if you don't play wiffle ball, we welcome you to come to the picnic and have a good time with the community. All proceeds will be donated to a young woman with cancer from town. And also, I know Hank started out with Colonia Pharmacy and He was absolutely beloved in Colonia too, before he left Colonia Pharmacy and he went over to Avenel, and he will truly be missed. He was a pillar of the community. So our hearts and prayers go out to his family and his friends. That's all I have.
Councilman Patel.
Yeah, thank God, sir. I have one announcement for tonight. The Indian Business Association is organizing its annual India's Independence Day Parade on Oak Tree Road in East Lane on Sunday, August 11, 2024. The parade will start at 2 p.m. from the intersection of Cinder Road and Oak Tree Road in Addison, and will conclude at India Square on Oak Tree Road near the intersection of Marconi Avenue and Oak Tree Road in Islin. There are going to be some road closures due to this parade. Oak Tree Road from Wood Avenue to Coraja Avenue will be closed to traffic from 2 p.m. till 4 p.m. Also, Oak Tree Road from Coraja Avenue to Middlesex Avenue will be closed to through traffic from 2 p.m. till 8 p.m. Due to the parade, expect increased traffic and potential delays in surrounding areas. Please plan alternate routes to navigate through these areas and follow the appropriate detours. Our Township Police Department will assign appropriate number of police officers to assist with traffic management in these areas. Please make sure to follow the directions given by the Township Police officers for a safe and a smooth experience. Thank you for your cooperation. Enjoy the parade and have a great evening. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Patel. Councilwoman McCall.
Thank you, Council President. I just have one announcement today to remind everybody that the farmers market is on Saturday. It starts at 9 o'clock in the morning at our Parker Press Park. There's parking across the street in the Berkeley parking, and there is an officer there to help you cross the street. That's all I have today. Thank you, Council President.
Thank you. Mr. Mitch?
Thank you, Mr. President. Under number 1, letter A, we'll see that next week before you for approval on a person-to-person liquor license transfer. You'll likely see B as well if I get one more item that's needed. And just a reminder, we're going to retire into executive session as soon as legal is done with their agenda.
Appreciate
So,
that.
thank you.
Mr. Simuluka, Director.
Thank you, Council President. My agenda is in order this evening. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Director Hubbard. All right. Director Dodd?
Thank you, Council President. Just our standard fire and funding solutions. Thank you.
Okay. Director Brew?
Thank you, Council President. 2 items. Number 1 is the release of a maintenance bond for Russell Fuller excavating Square Township-wide stormwater improvements project. And the second is change order number 2 for Route 9 Main Street improvement project.
Thanks.
So I have. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Legal?
Nothing this evening, Council President.
With that said, Mr. President, I'd like to present a resolution which will become number 46, which is under Section 8 of the Open Public Meetings Law, Chapter 231, to permits the governing body to go into executive session for certain matters. So we'd like to excuse the public at this time for approximately 20 minutes to discuss contract negotiations.
Thank you all. If you'd like to come back, approximately 20 minutes. We're just having a private discussion.
I get a motion to approve Resolution 46.
Motion.
Second.
Any questions or comments? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. We'll now enter into executive session. Okay, Mr. President, we are back from executive session. Could I get a motion to formally exit executive session?
Motion.
Second.
Any questions or comments? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. And I'm going to present to you resolution number 47 for approval, which would authorize the administration to execute a memorandum of agreement with Local 3044 with regards to a labor contract. Can I get a motion to approve same?
Motion.
Second.
Any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Okay. Motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Second.
Thank you, Council.